when do you sell an IP?
Yeah.
Because this is a really good question
Mhm.
where if I create something and I know it's worth good money and somebody's offering me like 300,000 for it and I'm only on issue 4
Mhm.
and somebody says, look, I want to buy the comic book, I want to buy the rights to it, I want to buy everything, they're going to offer me 300,000 to 400,000.
Mhm.
And I like the idea, but at the same time, there gets to a point where you're like, well, this money could really go into my business. This could be a
Mhm.
really good exit. And that's the thing when we talk about options of movie rights and things of
Mhm.
that nature. And it's also the idea. So I'm very curious how you feel about that too, because that's
So
that's a complicated issue, isn't it?
yeah, so my thing is like I've said before about Sovereign Comics, I will never sell. Like I'm actually I have some big plans coming as far as things. I don't want to say I don't know who watches your show. It might be some of the folks who don't like me anymore, but I have some big plans coming. But this is what I say. These are the questions that you have to ask yourself whenever you run into something like that. Are you finished with the story? Meaning, if someone takes over it, you no longer care what they do to your characters. Is this your baby? Meaning, when you wake up in the morning, the first thought that comes on your mind is, oh, I got to write something. Oh, I got to create something. You know, also, this is the biggest question that you should ask yourself. If they are willing to pay me anywhere from $300 to $500,000 for this product, how much is it really worth? Because this is what you have to understand about business, right? A business, when they approach you and they sell it to you, this is for startups also, they will always lowball. Why do they lowball? Because they need to make sure that they can make money off the product. So they look at their own bank account, they look at their own assets, they look at their own petty money and all this other stuff that they have, and they say, okay, we can offer them 300,000 for that. We'll make that 300,000 back in a couple of months, but let's plan for the future. How much do we want to make in the next year? Oh, we want to take that $300,000 product and turn it into a $5 million product in the next 3 years, or $10 million product in the next 10 years. Another person to look at is the owner of Victoria's Secret and what they did. Victoria's Secret is $1 billion company right now, and he sold it for $1 million. So those are the questions that I say that you should look at. You know, do you love what you do? Is your story finished? Is this your baby that you cannot part with? And if they're willing to pay you 300,000, how much can you make from it yourself?